Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the Morning News.
A very good morning to you. Welcome in. It is Thursday, October 9th, 5 o'clock. You have Ryan and Rachel here. Thank you so much for joining us. And Burr.
I know, I was just going to say that. October is finally
here, Kate.
joining us.
Oh, I mean, just look at these temperatures. They're like, well, that's not too bad. We'll wait until tomorrow morning. We're going to shave at least 5 degrees off of all of these. And so we are 36 at Rome, Hamilton, and Norwich, 39 in Cortland, 40 in Syracuse. And so we've had those frost advisories that were in effect for this morning, but we have freeze warnings for pretty much everyone tonight. So if you didn't bring those plants in last night, you kind of took that risk, you should be fine. But tonight and tomorrow morning, you're probably not going to be as lucky. You want to send those kids off with the warmer jackets, the fleece coats, the sweaters, whatever, because it is cool today, but at least it's bright and sunny. We got those highs in the 50s today.
Thank you, Kate. We'll begin with...
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
Hey, good Thursday morning, everybody. So if you were out along Lake Ontario yesterday afternoon and evening and you looked down, you maybe saw something kind of coming down from the sky. That was a water spout. This was one of a couple of photos that was sent to us. This one from Anne. Thank you so much for capturing this for us. A water spout essentially is a tornado over water, and we are very prone for these this time of the year when you have conditions just right. And we had enough instability yesterday where we had a couple of water spouts, and then we even had some rainbows. We had a lot of those photos. So thank you to everyone who snapped everything and emailed it to us. Things are a lot quieter today, though. Here's what it looks like right now in Oswego. We have all the RVs and campers ready to go for Super Dirt Week at the Oswego Speedway. The Skynet 9 camera is pretty quiet. It's 40 degrees at the Syracuse Airport. There's just a little bit of a breeze. Not much, but just enough. It's keeping our temperatures in the upper 30s to near 40 from Syracuse and the Finger Lakes. Our outlying spots are in the mid-30s, so a little bit of patchy frost in some locations. That's why we had frost advisories for today, but bright and sunny, but it is chilly today. We have our temperatures 40s this morning, 50s this afternoon. So this is running below normal for this time of year, but at least it's going to be nice and bright and sunny to kind of offset that. But here's the thing. Tonight's lows are forecast to be even colder. A lot of us in the 20s and 30s. If you did not cover up your plants or bring them in last night, you know, maybe took that risk, you don't want to risk it tonight because a lot of us up and down 81, Mohawk Valley, Southern Tier, hard freeze is very likely for tonight, that killing freeze for the plants and crops. So you want to bring those in because our temperatures are forecast to be at or below freezing for pretty much everyone in central New York. So it is going to be cold tomorrow morning, but at least the afternoon isn't too bad. Seasonable with those highs in the low to mid 60s under yet another bright and sunny day for tomorrow. And then we got upper 60s for the weekend before we kind of cool it back down for a few days next week. High pressure is very much in control of our weather. That's why we have these bright sunny skies, cool days, and even chillier nights for tonight. But if you are out and about today, I mean, you're probably been really wanting to wear your cozy sweater. It's been a while. It's been so warm these last few weeks. We had 80s just until a couple of days ago. So today's a day where you definitely want to have your nice fall attire on to keep you cozy. And then frosty, cold start to the day tomorrow. Bright and sunny again during the day. A little bit warmer with those highs in the 60s. All right, a few changes I just want to pass along for the weekend. I've been saying for several days there were two teams, Team Dry and Team Wet. And I was like, I don't know, we're probably going to have to put some rain in the forecast. Well, this morning's data, everything is coming together. Confidence is growing a little bit higher for some rain Sunday night and into Monday with some scattered rain showers. So just keep that in mind. It's a 3-day holiday weekend. So if that, you know, impacts your plans at all, you just want to plan accordingly and keep an eye on the radar. We got 60s and a few showers for next Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, thank you so much, 5.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
All right, I'm going to take the guesswork out for you. If you're wondering, oh, what do I wear? It's really cold today, but what about this afternoon? Well, we're in the 50s today. and it's sunny outside. So a nice cozy sweater, you're good to go. Maybe if you want to layer it up with your fleece coat or your jean jacket, you are all good. You want to have your baseball cap and your sunglasses to help your eyes out, because now that sun is getting lower and lower, it's getting to that point of the year where it feels like the sun's just constantly in your eyes anyways. Got a highs today in the 50s. Tonight's lows, though, almost everyone is getting to near or below freezing. So we got our first freeze warning where the growing season is still going on. We have that likelihood of that hard killing freeze happening tonight. So you're going to want to cover up or bring those plants in if you have plants that you don't have any confidence surviving temperatures that get down to that cold. So just a heads up there. Once we get past our frosty start, we got a bright sunny day again for tomorrow in the 60s. Over the weekend, we have upper 60s. We're introducing chances of rain Sunday night into Monday. 60s for mid next week. Let's show you the 8 to 14 day outlook. This is taking us to that third week in October. A little bit of a cooler pattern setting up for us. Average high at that point is the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Still not a lot of rain, though. A lot of dry time still coming at us for the next couple of weeks as well.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Thursday morning. We got a live view looking out over Onondaga Lake, over at the city skyline, and a very chilly start to our day, but things are pretty quiet. We got official sunrise coming up in about an hour and a half, so we'll wait for that sky to really kind of brighten up here within the hour. So it is cold outside. We've had frost advisories for a lot of central New York. We have mid-30s from Morrisville to Sherburne to Cincinnatus, 31 out in Redfield, 33 this morning in Central Square. So it is a chilly start to our day, but once that sun does come up, it is bright and sunny throughout the day. Our temperatures this afternoon, we're spending the morning in the 40s. In the second half of the day, we're in the low to mid 50s. So this is one of our coolest daytime highs that we've had in quite some time. So you're going to want to have those fall layers ready to go. And if you did not bring your plants in last night, you were like, I'm going to take the risk. Don't risk it tonight, though. Either cover them up, bring them in, because we got a better chance of that killing freeze happening with temperatures at or below freezing for a lot of us overnight. And so just a heads up there. So when you're up and at 'em early tomorrow morning, I mean, it is going to be cold. Some of you have been holding off and maybe turning the furnace on. You might be tempted for tonight and tomorrow morning. But at least during the day tomorrow, it's not too bad with those highs. Very seasonable, a little bit breezy from the southwest, but still dry and sunny. Highs in the 60s tomorrow. A little warmer this weekend, upper 60s for both Saturday and Sunday before we bring things back down a little bit for next week. So high pressure is staying very much in control of our weather. We had some instability going on yesterday. They gave us the rain in the morning and then a little bit more rain in the evening for some of you. Created some water spouts out over Lake Ontario, created some rainbows over some spots as well. We got a lot of cool pictures, but we're pretty quiet for today. It's just, you know, you want to have the sweatshirts and the fleece coats and whatnot for this afternoon. So that'll keep you comfortable, especially if you have to be outside for later on this evening. Again, pick a nice sunny spot. It's not super breezy, but enough of a breeze to create that slight chill. So at 6 o'clock this evening, I mean, many of us are in the 40s. So yeah, you're going to want the extra layer watching your kids to play soccer tonight. And then tomorrow morning, this is the cold, frosty start to the day for pretty much everyone. So just a heads up there. And just a quick change for the weekend. You know, we've been talking about chances of potentially some rain and watching the coast. Well, confidence is growing higher for rain to get in here for Sunday night and Monday. And so we're looking at rain showers Sunday, Monday. Temperatures still in the 60s, and our overnight lows start to come back up again after tomorrow night.
ITheir Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Welcome in. It is 6 o'clock on a Thursday, Friday Eve. October 9th is the date, and we are starting to feel like October.
Yeah, finally. Putting the burr in October this morning there, Kate.
We've had those frost advisories this morning. We had a couple of freeze warnings for tonight and tomorrow. pretty much everyone is under a freeze warning. So just a heads up there if you have plans that you don't think are going to survive cold temperatures. Now this morning it's not too bad. It all depends on where you live, the sky condition, and of course the wind. So a lot of you are in the mid-30s from Hamilton to Rome. Syracuse, we're at 38 degrees, 37 in Fulton. That magic number for frost is about 36 degrees and colder. And so a lot of you are there, some of you not quite, but by this time tomorrow morning, an even better shot at that hard freeze going on. Today though, enjoy the sunshine. It's beautiful today, just cool with highs in the 50s.
Thank you, Kate. We begin.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Norton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Thursday morning to you. Wow, look at this view. This is Tower Camp. Twilight on the horizon. That bright star you see there, that is Venus. Oh, here's the other. So that came from that building right there. And then this is from the zoo, looking out similar direction here. So beautiful. Look at our colors. It's going to make for a really pretty sunrise this morning. Clear sky, wind. There's still just a little bit of a breeze. Not much, though, but just enough where our temperatures are in the upper 30s. So some patchy frost, especially in our colder spots. I mean, the magic number to get frost is right around 36 degrees. And for some of you, you are there. Like in Fayetteville, Westmoreland is at 33. Morrisville, 32. Redfield, 31. Better chance of being colder than that tomorrow morning, though, but it is chilly. And our highs today, we're in the 50s. So we're spending the morning in the 40s, and then you got that cool fall chill to the air today. So you're going to be reaching for your comfy, cozy sweaters, and we got lots of sunshine. So at least if you have the sun to kind of offset that a little bit. But for tonight, if you did not bring your plants in, you're like, I think they'll be okay. Well, they're probably not going to be tonight. If you didn't bring them in or cover them up, we have a freeze warning. All the counties you see shaded in purple because this is where the growing season is still going on. You'll want to do what you can to save your plants if you want to, because our temperatures for a lot of us are below 36, and for a lot of you, even below freezing. So we got that hard killing freeze for the sensitive crops and whatnot for tomorrow morning. And then after that, it's bright and sunny again and dry, and our highs are back into the 60s. Slightly warmer over the weekend in the mid to upper 60s before we bring it back down next week. High pressure is overhead. That's what's giving us kind of this cooler day and our chilly nights. When you have that clear sky, the calm wind, that really allows the air to just be, any heat from the day just release up into the atmosphere, especially with high pressure overhead. And so that's why we're cold this morning. We'll be cold again tomorrow morning as well. But no issues during the day other than it's just cool. I mean, here's 6 o'clock tonight, if you're going to be out and about, it's a bit chilly already in the 40s, and then we'll continue to drop from there. Bright and sunny for tomorrow during the day. Highs are in the 60s. If you have weekend plans, it's a 3-day holiday weekend. Saturday is looking pretty good for any of your pumpkin picking and fall activities. Sunday, just keep an eye on the radar. A lot of the day is dry. It's as you get later in the day, though, you're running the risk of rain showers, and that will spill over into Monday with some scattered rain showers. We've been watching this carefully as something coming up the coast, and Team Wet has won out in the data in the last 24 hours. Remember I was saying that yesterday? It was like dry versus wet. I was like, I think wet is going to pull ahead here, and it did with this morning's data. So that was the change that we had to make.
Okay. Well, maybe we can put a magic spell on the weather.
Let's do that.
I don't know. Time to cast a spell.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
All right, Rachel was very excited for this forecast. I have this specifically for you, Rach. Pumpkin spice season. What kind of level are we doing today? Well, we are feeling like fall. That is for sure. It is chilly this morning. You're going to want the hot coffee because of how cool it is today. We got temperatures in the 50s, lots and lots of sunshine. I've heard from so many of you that you were done with the hot weather in October. And so hopefully you enjoy this. It's getting cold enough tonight where we are likely going to have that killing freeze for any plants, sensitive plants and whatnot, if they are not covered up or brought in. We have freeze warnings for a lot of us. This is for tonight. overnight. And this is in addition to the frost advisory we currently have going on. And more dry, too. No rain coming at us for today, tomorrow, and even Saturday's mostly dry. It's later Sunday into Monday. We've been watching something along the coast, and this latest data in the last 12 hours has really been suggesting that we'll get in on some of that rain, especially the farther south and east you are. Our temperatures in the 70s. Overnight lows are in the 40s, though, so those start to come up a bit.
I like the graphic.
You liked it?
I did.
Okay, good.
I might go
very
get
nice.
a pumpkin spice later.
Well, when the weather's so quiet like this, I can throw the little fancy stuff in.
Yeah,
When the snow comes.
not so much.
Forget it.
I know. I gotta have my fun when I can.
All right, well, speaking of fun, let's get to
Or whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
This is true.
That's the way to win.
Long sleeve under those costumes today, though?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm one that loved the warmer weather.
Yeah.
I liked the 80s, but I was very excited to grab my nice sweater this morning. I've had this new one that's been sitting in my closet for 3 weeks and could finally whip it out today. So we got 30s this morning for pretty much everyone. A little bit of patchy frost in our cooler spots, and we are clear, just a few clouds in the Finger Lakes, some lake clouds going on. So it's chilly. You're going to want to send those kids off dressing with an extra layer today, but it's bright and sunny with those highs in the 50s.
This morning, we are trying to learn more about a pair of fire.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Thursday morning to you. It is a bit chilly, but a gorgeous clear sky as we are looking out over Onondaga Lake. Looking towards the city skyline, we got twilight, sunrise coming up in about a half hour, and you are going to want to reach for some warmer coats for this morning, and the sweatshirts, the fleece coats. We got some really cool photos, cool stuff that happened yesterday as a result of the rain. We had water spouts out over Lake Ontario. Anne caught this for us, so thank you, Anne. And also we got some rainbows, some double rainbows, and also it was really neat despite it being quite chilly and breezy, and yeah, for some of you, a little wet as well. But we're dry today. Here's what it looks like over Lake Ontario right now. This is live from our Skynet 9 camera from the Oswego Speedway. Super Dirt Week is underway. You can see all the campers and RVs. We got 38 degrees right now at the Syracuse Airport. It is 41 in the Port City up in Oswego, 30 in Redfield, 32 right now in Morrisville. So patchy frost. That's why we have those frost advisories in effect this morning. Temperatures, once we get that sun up and going, we're going to warm it up to a whopping 54, 55, 56 degrees, running well below normal. So this is going to be one of our coolest days we've had in quite some time, but at least it's dry and we get all that sunshine. Clear sky tonight. That means our temperatures are dropping. And as a result, we have a freeze warning. This means that, the hard freeze, that killing freeze, is very likely for all the counties still with the growing season, up and down 81 and the Mohawk Valley, because temperatures are down into the 20s and low 30s, so at that freezing mark. So if you didn't bring plants in last night, you're going to want to do it tonight or cover them up. Highs tomorrow are a little bit warmer in the 60s. We're still dry, still sunny, and we're going to keep it like that all day today. Even though it is cool outside, at least we have that sun. And if you are going to be out and about tonight, you're going to want that extra layer. But yeah, a cold start to the day tomorrow. Kind of widespread frost for everyone. And then during the day, it's still dry and still sunny. We're looking pretty good in the afternoon. And tomorrow evening for the high school football games, not looking too shabby. We're keeping it dry for most of our three-day holiday weekend. Saturday, so far looking rain-free. I've been mentioning the last few days we were watching the Sunday, Monday time frame. Well, rain chances are really starting to come to fruition here. So you're going to see that reflected here in our 7-day forecast. Sunday night into Monday with scattered rain showers. Some lake showers not ruling out on Tuesday, and highs in the 60s. Overnight lows start to come up as well. 40s. That's not bad. Can't get frost with 40s. Okay. Yeah.
Well, let's answer our question of the day. It is books because it's almost time for Friday morning lights. Here's a look at the fun we had at Canastota last week. What a crowd last week, by the way. This week we are headed out east with the Black Knights of Rome Free Academy. You can catch the fun starting tomorrow at 5:30. That wasn't fog, Kate. That was a smoke machine I got to run through.
I mean, can you get any better than that? I mean, we'll have to see what Rome has in store for us tomorrow. We're excited to head up there. We're going to be indoors because, well, It's going to be below freezing in Rome tomorrow morning. Now, it is chilly outside, but crystal clear. We're waiting for that sun to come up in a little over 10 minutes. It is 38 degrees at the Syracuse airport. There's a little bit of a breeze out there. Bright sunny skies throughout the entire day today. Yes, it's cool this morning, but we're actually going to keep it cool the whole rest of the day. 50s for those highs this afternoon. And then we have freeze warnings in effect for most of central New York. The counties that still have a growing season that are in shaded purple there. That's where you are expected to dip to at or below freezing with temperatures. So make sure you cover up those plants or bring them in. And then we'll have some better temperatures into the weekend. Long holiday weekend starting off dry with some rain creeping in off the coast from Sunday night into Monday that we'll keep an eye on. In mid-60s until next week.
We're ready for RFA tomorrow.
But no one is like, she's standing there with a big old smile on her face like, hey.
Come on there, little fella. Something to the plate.
It's a nice helmet, though.
That is a nice helmet.
I
It's
know.
heavy.
It is
That's what
heavy.
I'm saying. They're swag.
It would knock Rachel over if she put it on.
I know. Ooh,
No
just
way.
the inside technology.
Try it on. Try it on. Try it on. Let's see. Let's
Oh,
see.
no way. This is going to go poorly.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Well, folks,
Yeah,
you
come
have
on.
a wonderful day.
You're missing
We will
out on
see
some
you.
really good TV right now.
Well, but we have beautiful TV right now.
Yeah, that's true.
All right,
But
take
I
care.
would argue.
Sunrise is better than this.
WSYR Plus. You'll be at our 7th.